Well, in this episode of the Quarantine Backyard Campfire, we're going to be cooking breakfast, trying out some biscuits and gravy, doing some fire prep with my loved S-Wing hatchet. GT Jr. said, don't forget about me. And we'll talk companion blades. Do you prefer Scandi ground pocket knives or pocket carrying Amora? Well, welcome back, folks. Hope you are doing well. I feel like we can see the light at the end of the tunnel with all of this quarantine stuff. It's probably going to be a couple more weeks, before things start opening up. But I feel like it's coming to an end. And so we'll see where these videos go if we just start doing backyard campouts with you on a weekly or bi-weekly basis. So we're going to jump in with the S-Wing. I love this. You can pick this thing up anywhere. Home Depot, lots of places like that. Okay, you got to back up a little bit, all right? There you go. Okay. GT Jr.'s learning how to work the camera on the back end there, so he's going to be an awesome videographer here soon for the channel. But I just like the accessibility, but the long lasting capability of these. These things have been around forever, and they're just like bomb proof, and they work. They really work for the budget friendly price point. So we're just going to split a little bit for a morning camp out. So what I really like about this hatchet in particular is that it's great for this type of stuff too, for the more precision splitting if you have to. I mean, since it's all one piece of steel, you can pound the heck out of it and not worry about it loosening up the handle or anything like that, and get more precision if you need to. There you go, bud. You ready? So now we'll break it down even a little bit more with the Mora.
Hey, I'm just supposed to help you.
Okay, here you go.
Thanks.
Right here. Nice.
Hey, this knife is small.
Mm-hmm. Do you like it?
Yep. It looks a little weird, but I still like it.
Oh, it's a little weird. Quote of the video: more knives look weird. There you go. Good job. Let's do one more. Go ahead. They may look a little weird, but they are really good carvers.
Yes.
Let's do another one. Go.
This knife sure is tough.
Yeah. This is why when people, critique batoning, and I mean, I could do this with that hatchet, but this is just quicker to me when I'm doing the really fine kindling aspect. If you are going to get, that fire going with the kindling, and you need that, if you don't have a lot to collect around, twigs and sticks and things like that. It's just a comfort thing for me. Some of it's just comfort. Like, I just know how to do it well, so that's what I use, So obviously a fixed blade, you can pound on it a little bit more, not worry about it. A folder, not necessarily what you want to do. Now cold steel, because I'm using the cold steel Fin Hawk, and that was a Mora Pro series. They're pretty strong. Go ahead, GT Junior, hit it. And you can do this type of stuff as long as it's pretty. This is white wood. This is like a pine. It's not that difficult. So I mean, I wouldn't want to be pounding all day on that. Over time you could loosen up the blade, but for little stuff like this, you could do it. Nice. Good job. Keep going. Keep going. Hit it one more time here. There we go. Do one bigger one, just kind of show us here.
Can't Daddy do it?
As long as there aren't any big knots and some, super dense hardwood. I'm pretty comfortable with that.
I'm supposed to help you.
I know. There we go. So, depends on the knife, obviously. But the tri-locking mechanism is a super strong, mechanism. But this is obviously way more reliable and less likely to malfunction or something like that. So, all right. So, want to know from you guys, it really comes down to, in my opinion, are you going to baton at all? If you feel like you might, even split some kindling, then probably a fixed blade would be the more reliable choice. But also, I think it'll also come down to, are you wanting to kind of cross carry? You know, are you doing a lot of woodwork and you live on maybe some property, you know, something like that. So having a sheath on your belt or on your hip just doesn't, you know, it's annoying. It pops off, it gets in the way, you know, something like that. And where a pocket knife might make more sense. Or does just the fixed blade overall for Scandi ground carving blades, does it make more sense to carry a little pocket knife like this, which is, I mean, it's a great carver. I mean, it carves really well. For a pocket knife, the ergonomics are really good, you know. Or does something like this Mora just make a lot more sense?
Nice carving skills.
Ooh, thanks. GT Junior says I got good carving skills. I don't think I'm actually that great.
Yeah, but
A feather sticker.
Yeah, but you can still carve.
Yeah, that's true.
Like stick or
There we go.
bushcraft.
I will say that I do like the pocket clip on the Mora sheaths, particularly for these smaller ones. You know, this is like 3 1/4 or 3 1/2. It basically is kind of almost like a pseudo pocket knife in that regard. And then you can just clip it on, pop it off, particularly just like this around the property if you're just doing something real quick. Or even backpacking, hiking, you know, and you're at your location. So I look forward to hearing your guys' feedback. What do you think? Compact fixed blade on your pocket or belt, or larger Scandi folder, both Scandi ground. Which one would you go with? Scandi grind, particularly Scandi grind. Which one would you go with? All right, so we got the fire going, grill on. Miss GT gonna help me here. So got the eggs prepped already. I'm using the Pathfinder pan that I got for Christmas from Mrs. GT. So done a few camp outs with it as well. Now it's not non-stick, so I mean I want to get a good amount of butter going on this thing. I'm gonna get that on there first. That heating, that'll take a second or two. Nice. That's gonna cook real fast. So I'm gonna be using this Gerber setup. I forget, it's in the Devour series. I can't remember what they call this model off the top of my head right now. And I do not want to ruin these eggs. So, but I've used it a couple times now, camping and day hiking and stuff. It's a cool little setup. Not perfect. Obviously I'll be annotating it in.
Yeah.
But good little spatula if you're packing it in.
Whoa.
And while that's cooking, we're gonna toast some of Mrs. GT's bread she recently cooked.
Well, I don't like bread.
Okay, GT Junior doesn't like bread.
And either or eggs. I don't like the egg either. Or hamburgers.
Okay.
You're gonna have to eat the whole thing though today.
Nah.
Cooking over a fire, depending on the intensity, I mean, cooks so fast as 6 eggs. This thing's going nice and quick. Look at that. There we go. And so I've been really liking this pan. It's stainless steel, you know, so you can cook over the fire. Not the lightest, you know, on the market, but I think it was like 30 bucks or less. So let me know what you guys use for cooking like this over a fire. Particularly, it's got to be like fire rated, not just, you know, like stove rated, because I like cooking over a fire when I can. And then it's always good to have gloves. I mean, look at that. Wow. Already. Wow. Cooking over a fire is fast. Okay, so the biscuits and gravy. And I will admit that neither Mrs. GT, Ashley, and I are not huge fans of biscuits and gravy. So we're going to see what this is like. I just wanted to give it a shot. So it says buttermilk biscuits with gravy and pork sausage. That's what it says. So it needs 1.5 cups. So I'm going to be using my Toke's titanium mug. So got that all filled up. We'll boil that right there. Gotta have my Chipotle Tabasco. Love that. I do not really care for normal Tabasco, but Chipotle. Let's see here. Do things a little bit different. Talk to a camera and eat at the same time. Let's try the bread. Nice.
It tastes good with some jam on it, with cream cheese.
Mm-hmm. It's good. So, I want to hear in the comments, what are you guys doing to mix it up in your routine during this quarantine, where it can be very repetitive? Some days, like, we're like, what day is it? You know, you can almost forget, like, what day it is. I encourage you, if you maybe do feel stuck in a routine, that's half of why we're doing this in the morning. Normally, we've been doing them in the evenings. I said, let's change it up. Let's cook over fire for breakfast. Let's do it that way. And try out this biscuits and gravy thing. Just to mix it up, kind of change up routine. Okay, so this is what it looks like down in there. Got little sausage balls and bread and whatever else is going to be in there. Okay, so it took a little longer, obviously, because it's not in the coals, it's above, but we're going now. Super nice. And we're going to bring it on over here. Woo! Even with leather gloves, man. Woo, that's hot. I'm going to let it cool down for a sec. I know, Daddy's gonna put it in there. That was hot, man. Should have used this little thing. What was I thinking? Let's see if it'll melt that. Actually, this will be, used this several times. What I really like about this mug particularly is the graduations that are in there. So I got 2 cups. I'm gonna put just slightly less than that. It says a cup and a half. So I'm gonna do, because I've always found like a little more water is more my consistency than like having it too thick and sludgy with any of these type of, you know, dehydrated meals. So here we go. Okay, and we're gonna seal it up for 5 minutes. Come back. Okay, so it's been 5 minutes. So we'll check it out here. Looks like it's doing pretty good. Mixing it up. Yep, definitely looking like some gravy down in there. Bread, the meat and stuff. So we'll seal it up now, give it another 5 minutes. Okay, here we go. We've given it enough cook time. So this is what I like about that kit as well, is that you're not only getting that rubberized spatula, but then you're getting the decent sized fork, spoon, and like package opener, can opener, peeler. So anyway, we'll give this a shot here. Is it going to be concrete in my stomach? So the taste is pretty good. The consistency is really odd. The bread is kind of spongy. And it's recommended basically 9 minutes overall cook time. I went like at least 12 and gave it more water. And I'm still finding a couple little like kind of dry spots. I mean, I don't know, I wouldn't not eat it if someone handed it to me and I was out at Mountain House Meals. It wouldn't be my first choice at any time, or particularly like when I'm backpacking, though it does have 560 calories in the entire pouch, 280 per serving.
Yeah, I mean, I would eat it.
Would you?
I would. I mean, if I was camping, not on a normal day.
Right. So with the eggs we just made,
And
would
I'm
you?
pretty picky.
I know you are. So, if with the eggs, let's say we didn't have that bread, we're out camping, car camping with kids, whatever. and I busted that out, and we're gonna pour that out with the eggs, would you be like, yeah, cool, sounds good?
Yeah, I would.
All right, wow. So the conclusion is Mrs. GT doesn't mind.
I'm still eating it.
She's still eating it. Mountain House biscuits and gravy.
I'll stop now.
I mean, I'm with her in the sense of like, I wouldn't mind, but I'm not going to go out and buy it. She's not going to go out and buy it. I'm not going to go buy that again. I'll find something else, granola. You know, we'll do the bread. I would rather have that. Let's put it that way. If I had a choice between the bread and that, I'd rather her make a loaf of bread and bring it. Are you moving all the sand? I don't know if I like that, bud. Let's not pour the sand somewhere else, okay? Whew, it's been weeks, man. Kids are holding up. We're holding up. Hopefully you're holding up. Hopefully that was a little fun, entertaining, just a little bit different. I decided to do instant coffee out here. I'm just gonna chill.
Doing some tea.
Tea.
Chamomile.
Ooh. We did not finish the biscuits and gravy. So, do you guys like biscuits and gravy? And if so, do you think you like that, or have you tried it and do you like it? GT Jr. did not even want to try it. Let's see. So I'm just trying to think through if there's anything else on this particular episode to go through. I don't think so. I want to give you guys a quick heads up. We did just recently land an affiliate link with Smoky Mountain Knife Works. I bought stuff through them over the years, just kind of sporadically. You know, and I've never had an issue. And they definitely have some cool, like, exclusives. They often have some really good deals on certain things. Sales stuff is really good. So we got those affiliate links now included in the links below, and I'll include those other gear items that you saw that we've been talking about today. You can go check out on all the links below. Appreciate you guys. Yeah, throw some comments if you want some feedback or communication, and we'll see you guys soon. Love you guys. Stay equipped, stay prepared. We'll see you out there.